Why would I need an IUL? I feel like I was firing 15 questions at you every day. So I'm a high school teacher, history teacher. I've been teaching for about 7 years now. I've got an amazing fiance, and education is kind of my big interest. I was looking for the IUL. I learned a little bit off of it from your TikTok page, and I had known some things about life insurance prior, but the IUL was something I was really interested in because it was something that could help me build wealth while also accumulating wealth. My generation probably won't see much Social Security, if any. As a teacher, you do get a pension and you do have retirement plans, but this you kind of have to take retirement into your own hands. And an IUL is a really good way to do that, coupled with things like Roth IRAs and 403Bs and 401Ks and all those other retirement plans. But the IUL was unique. The floor alone, it's just really a safe bet for future planning. The experience was great. I mean, and truly, I feel like I was firing 15 questions at you every day. What I appreciated about you the most, because there were other companies I had looked at, you were like, hey, I don't know. Let me find that out for you. Number one. Number two, you were very informed, and you really did know your stuff. You guys have some really active social media pages, which it was free information. So you were very, big on education. You were very willing to educate people before they jumped in with you and actually put financial buy-in. So that was something that I appreciate. So really it was the willingness to find out the right answers, the information alone, and just the willingness to educate. Those were really three things that attracted me to your particular firm. There was no bullshit. It was very like, hey, this is what we know, this is what we don't know, which was rare, and you always were able to find the answer. It takes some guts to jump into one of these things. So like I was very particular, and I wanted to make sure that I knew exactly what I was getting into, and you even still answer questions to this day. So it's appreciated. I feel like I have somebody that I can, spin ideas off of or ask questions. You're willing to have those broader conversations. It's not just an IUL. So I feel like, I'm kind of almost part of a team where I have a team supporting me, it's a good feeling. I would recommend you guys for really any kind of financial thoughts. I mean, we've talked about school presentations. We've talked about real estate. We've talked about IULs and whole life, Roth. So it's just the knowledge is there, the education and the willingness to provide that information is there. I mean, you guys have some awesome resources too. Like the budget tool that you have for me is incredible, and it really just kind of paints a picture. So yeah, absolutely. I would recommend you guys for that. A lot of folks don't know that IULs are a thing. I kind of came into this thinking like, I've got a 401k, I've got a Roth IRA, I've got whole life, I've got universal life. Why would I need an IUL too? And it took that education piece to kind of understand, oh, okay, so I can kind of loan off against this and use it as like an infinite banking mechanism while I'm also protecting the wealth that I've accumulated. So when the market takes a dump, you're protected. Yes, you're not going to be growing at 10%, but this kind of has the benefit of being a conservative asset and also a moderately risky asset, right? Because you can get up to like 8% return. And it's giving you those benefits without taking the risk, having that floor. So if it falls, at least it's going to hit the floor and not go into the basement.